everyone, Leslie Langdon here with UnityTV, and today we are featuring a store kit. These are available in stores that sell Unity stamps, and this particular set is called So Cute, and this has had my heart since the very first time I saw it. I love this kit, and I hope you do too. Alright, let's begin our tag. Okay, to start things off, I'm going to be applying ink around the edges of the tag using Adirondack Willow. Okay, so you take a piece of cut and dry foam. This is also by Ranger. Just go around the edges from the outside in. Okay. So now we have that done. We're going to go ahead and stamp the thread. I'm going to be using a Memento ink, Tuxedo Black. Now this is a good ink for using when you color with Copic markers because it won't bleed. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp it somewhere at the top. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp You're So Crafty, which is a sentiment that comes with the kit as well. Alright, so I'm going to leave that for now, and I'm going to stamp the thread on a white piece of paper, and we're going to color it, cut it out, and put it on top. Okay, so don't put your black ink away, just stamp again. I'm going to use a watercolor paper. There we go. Doesn't matter where you stamp it, because you're going to be cutting it out, and coloring will be easy because you don't have to worry about it because you're going to be cutting this out. Okay, so I'm going to be using 4 colors of Copic markers here. We have 2 blues, a pink, and a red, and they'll be at the end of the supply list so you know exactly what colors I used. Okay? Alright, so let's start with pink because that's the color of the thread. And I'm just going to color the whole thing. I'm going to go out of the lines because I can. Okay. Next, I'm going to be coloring the spool. I like to use this tip of the marker, the brush tip, as opposed to the chisel tip. It's just you can get in the tighter spots this way. Okay. Now to add a little color differentiation, I'm going to be using the darker color blue. This is BG49. So these 2 colors work well together for shading and etc. Okay, now for the heart, I'll be using this nice red. It's Cardinal, that's the color, R59. And I'm just going to go over the heart here. Okay, if you want to go back over the thread, you can kind of just go over one side with the color and then the other. You see how you get that shading. Because with the Copics you can just layer the color. Okay, so I'll just leave that. Okay, now we're ready to cut it out, and I'm going to leave the thread and the needle. I'm just going to cut out the spool alone. You can see how quickly this will go. And then we can just put it right on top of the other one. I'm just going to cut this out so it's just easier for me to work with this piece. And I'm not going to worry about those little pieces of thread that are coming out. I'm just going to cut right over them. Make this as simple as possible. This is a pretty basic shape to cut, so. And it looks effective on the tag. Okay. So we have that done. Now we can go back to our tag and see what that looks like. Okay, so now I'm going to glue it on top, but if I want to pop it up and add dimension, what I'm going to do is just color a little bit of the outside of here so that if you see behind it, you'll see the same colors. So you don't have to go in too far, but just if someone looks closely, they can tell that you've also colored the behind image. Okay, so you just want to copy what you did the first time. And the darker blue around here. Okay, and then a little bit of the red. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay, so when we put it on, you'll be able to see that it's the same doubled image. Okay, so I'm going to use a product called You Cut It Foam, and this is by Glue Arts. And you just cut your own piece of foam, however big you want it. So I'll need a smaller piece than that. Okay, so it's going to cover the length of the spool. Okay, so just line it up. Right over top. See, you can see that double image in there and how we colored it. Okay. Just adds a little, you know, a little pop to your card. I also cut out some felt because, you know, if you're dealing with a sewing theme, I always try to include some, you know, thread or some piece of fabric to make it more of a cohesive themed tag or card. So I just die cut some circle felt pieces with Spellbinders circles. Now I just have to find a spot to put it. I think I'll put it up there in the corner. I'm going to be using these extreme adhesive squares. These are also by Glue Arts. Okay, I'm just going to stick that there. All right, now I'm going to take this downstairs. I'm going to do a little bit of stitching down here, maybe add some lace and a string, just a basic string for the top, and there you have it. So again, love this set, so cute. There's so many cute images to work with, and while I have you here, I'll just show you a couple cards that I just made. This one, I'm So Stuck on You. I just colored with Copic markers and put a little bit of liquid pearls on the pin tops, so there's a little bit of dimension there. And then I did the sewing around the side there. And then this one is just a very simple card. You can whip it up. Again, this is paper pieced and did some stitching to tie in the theme. And there you have it. Okay, thanks for watching. Stick around for the pictures of the finished tag.